What's up, people? Hold on, let me set up. All right. What's up, everybody? I want to do a quick, maybe not so quick, question and answer session because I had a couple of people ask questions today and over the past few days. So what I want to do was answer one of them. And the first question I'm going to answer comes from BD. And Lord knows I have no idea what that stands for. So, what we got? Give me a second, because like I said, this is kind of impromptu and trying to get set up. And you guys know the links are up and Super Chat is working. But the first question is, BD asked earlier today after the video was posted, why is it even after I, give out all of this knowledge and I show the court cases of why it's illegal for the police to do certain things, why are they continuing to do them and people going to jail for it? Now, I'm not sure if you were able to see that response or not, but the response was simple. Because what they're doing is about revenue and not about law. So as long as you have 95% of people that's being interacted with and not challenging, not fighting back, they're going to continue to do it. So that's the answer to that. Now, anybody else that has a question, comment, snide remark, hit one of those links so we can start going and we can start flowing. Because like I said, I'm giving you guys a little bit of time to ask questions because this is going to be our questions and answer session. So it's on you guys now. Let's get it going. I've got it up, so waiting for the questions. All right. Because I'm actually, let me go ahead. So I'm doing a lot of extra stuff right now, so we're gonna see what we can see. All right, no questions. Okay. Basically, questions on law. Hell, ask me some questions. Something that you want to know. Yes, sir. Okay. What you got? What you got? DUI. What is it that you want to know about DUI? Okay, should we control our birth name or be it? Okay, that's actually a little longer question because there's a process on that areas of the land. So that will be more of a one-on-one conversation. Got locked up. Okay, I'm Rashid Edwards. I got pulled over 2 days ago and locked up. Okay, the first question I would ask would be, did you participate with a breathalyzer? Did you do a sobriety test? And then, but the first thing I would do, I would actually challenge, yes, I would actually challenge the original stop. Because one of the things that most people have no clue of is that generally the pretext to any other issue is the allowed traffic stop, and you did not participate in that. What did they use to determine that you were under the influence? Because again, that is also something that can be challenged. But again, the original stop will be challenged first, and then I would go to the next step, which would be getting video, getting audio, and getting a copy of their police report. I was driving a rental car, and the officer said my license plate didn't run back. Okay. Yeah. That one I would definitely just, I challenge everything, and long as I did not submit to anything prior to going to jail or being detained, you can actually win that. And if it's one of those where it's someplace that you live, or it's someplace that you have access back and forth to, I'd actually take it to federal court to go ahead and, can I sue for unlawful detainment if I refuse to identify and I'm taken to jail and fingerprinted? Absolutely. I don't even need the whole situation on that, but absolutely. Now, what are the details that you need to fight? I'll probably need more information on that. They took my phone and placed it in for evidence. I recorded them. I've been watching your show and I love it. I appreciate it, Rashid. Yeah. Oh shit, Siri. My bad, Siri. Okay. Apparently, Siri got upset with Rashid. All right, but no, the evidence, basically what they're trying to do is trying to find a way to delete the information off your phone. So, call it what you need to, is actually a federal offense for them to tamper with evidence. Oh, see, the plot thickens. Anytime you're going over, the challenge. Okay, let me answer Rashid's question first, then I'm gonna come back real quick. Okay, anytime you're going through it, the challenge of evidence, that will be the map hearing, because at the end of the day, they have to have a warrant to take your property. And if they're going onto the property, they have to get a warrant for that, which would be your phone. I've actually done a video on that. So your case, you would literally have to challenge every step of the process. And you would have to put that on them and press them forward. Because what they're trying to do by you contacting Internal Affairs for whatever reason prior, they're looking to do an intimidation tactic. You know, these good people, these good officers that we're taught to respect, are doing something that's disrespectful and unhonorable, because they don't want to be sued, and they're banking on you being pushed into the 95% of people that are either too afraid to fight back or unwilling to fight back. So that's part of the pretext. If you want to, shoot me an email, we can sit down, we can have a conversation and go from there. Now, if you're pulled over for a license plate being outdated and didn't sign a ticket, is that a good challenge? Absolutely. Because the citation itself is their record, but it's also their willfulness to violate your civil rights. Because just like I spoke about, actually probably almost 2 years ago, yeah, a little more than 2 years ago, where I talked about, I believe it's Brown v. Texas, where it's a violation of Separation of Powers Act for them to issue a citation. Because when they lose qualified immunity, it's done through a willful act or ignorance. So if they don't know that performing a judicial duty as an executive officer is a violation of federal law, then they are ignorant. Now, if they know that and they do it anyway, it's about one of those things where it's a willful act, because again, what they're trained on is the gathering of revenue, not law. And Rashid, I appreciate you. Just let me know when you send it. Now we'll have a conversation. Also, I need a. I'm gonna shoot the email, so you can actually send me a phone number so we can have a conversation. It's actually in the chat now. That's right. And everybody, as you come in, hit that like button. Hit that like button. We need the likes. Don't have a bunch of folks, but I got enough. All right. And do I need to go a little deeper, or does anybody else have any other questions? Because with the land, heirs to the land, one of the things that you can challenge, again, will be the initial stop. Getting a copy of the police reports are essential. Okay. I'm actually they're hiding heirs to the land, they're hiding your email. Go ahead and just shoot me one, because it's your email address. They don't, I guess they're not gonna have it out there for everybody to see. Any idea of what's up, Black Bliss? Give me 1/2 second. Because what would you like to know about qualified immunity? Because what I can give you on the qualified immunity would be the simple fact of qualified immunity is lost through ignorance or willful acts. That's why only the stop is legal, which is the Ren v. US. And the fact that it goes into now everything else is officer discretion. They have the choice to write you a citation. Why? Because that violates the Separation of Power Act. But at the same time, they also have the choice of doing the things that are proper, such as giving you a warning, letting you know, hey, your tail light is out. Why? Because it's a safety issue. Hey, slow down, because you're endangering the lives of others as well as yourself. Why? Because speeding is a safety issue. Even riding with dark tint, it obstructs your side view, because everybody's lights are not as bright as they should be, or because a lot of times people with the tent, they're wearing other eye gear, and that generally aids in obstructing view, again, which is a safety issue. It is not a crime, because there is no complaining party until there's damage to property or damage to another person. Now, and Purim non judice is not before a judge, and basically is what you're doing is generally when you're dealing with a magistrate. And when you're dealing with a magistrate is only a mediator. It's a person that'll make a recommendation. A lot of times when we're filing federal suits, that's who we're dealing with. We're dealing with magistrates. We're not dealing with judges. So the magistrate, if you actually read most of these motions that they're sending you, or things that they're sending you, they're only recommendations. That's it. And here's another one. If you're filing in federal court, you get a response from a magistrate. The magistrate is generally somebody that works for the state, not necessarily the federal court judge. So keep that in mind. Now, so if I choose not to identify, and he took me to jail to fingerprint me, does he lose his immunity? Absolutely. Now, here's the pretext, because I would need a little bit more in that, because one, they cannot fingerprint you. And that was a New Jersey case I gave you. I think that was like my 5th video. But it's a New Jersey case. And where it falls under the Identification of Criminals Act. The only time you can be fingerprinted is, one, if you consent to the fingerprinting, or two, you have been convicted. Once you have been convicted of a crime, then they are allowed to fingerprint you, because that is how they marked those that were incarcerated. And that's why it's called the Identification of Criminals Act, because it's someone that has been convicted. Now, if they do not have that, they need a warrant for your fingerprints, because it has to do with whatever case they are investigating. And if they cannot get it because they don't have probable cause, it is a violation of your civil rights. It is also a motion to dismiss their qualified immunity. And that's actually a great question, because a lot of people don't know that. And like I said, I did that video. That's like my 5th video, so that was like 2 years ago. And can they suspend your license? Absolutely. Absolutely. Because again, a license is is permission. They can withdraw permission at any time. And hello, Spike. And I appreciate the comment from earlier, Spike. Thank you for the info. No problem. Hey, and don't forget to hit one of them donation buttons. Any more questions? Any more questions? So I'm trying to give y'all a few minutes today to see what we can come up with, because I promised you a question and answer session. Because I actually want to do this more often, because I might do another one tomorrow. So now that everybody has a little bit of an idea of what I'm trying to do for the most part. So that way we can be better prepared and can go. Yeah, smash that like. Smash that like button. Share it with everybody. And also smash one of them donation links. Alright, any more questions? Give me a couple more. And Blacklist, did I answer your question, or was there something else that you wanted in regards to Karam non-Judis? I want to make sure I got everybody's question answered for right now. So, and also be on the lookout. I don't know if you've gotten the notification or you've seen it, but there's a video that's scheduled to drop, video 37 of 100 at 5 o'clock or in 40 minutes. So, or 39 minutes. So be on the lookout for that one. So questions. Thank you, good brother, for your time. I appreciate it. So Blacklist, I'm guessing that answered your question. Spike, anybody else have any questions for right now? If you have any questions, please let me know. Please let me know. Feel good. I wanna answer some today. See what we can come up with. Thank you, Blacklist. No problem. I want to make sure everybody have a chance. I know it's difficult right now for anybody to actually really reach me and get any real feedback. And yes, I do consult. I'll put my email in the chat again so you can set it up. And when you do, send me a phone number and a time to call, because I have to schedule most of the stuff that I do, and I'm on Mountain Time, and sometimes it does not come back as quickly. Okay. Oh, okay. And it also helps me do what I need to do. And I appreciate that, Spike. Keep doing what you're doing. So I'm gonna give everybody about 2-3 more minutes, and then we're gonna call it a day. Well, actually for a couple hours anyway. Okay. Should we get into the private side? Not online. And you stopped on me. It just stopped at can I. Now I also have one where I've got a couple of videos. I'm going to try something with the software I have. Okay, if 3 officers arrest me and only 2 officers are on my police force, absolutely find out who that. You have to find out who that 3rd officer is, And generally that can be done through the discovery motion if it's done properly, or you can do it through a Freedom of Information Act, because generally the way, if you write them up properly and do the notifications properly, they'll generally mirror each other, and as well as make other questions be asked about that. So that's actually a good question. But yeah, through a discovery, and if you actually needed help or anything with that, assistance, just let me know and I can help you out with that a little bit. You know, at least give you direction on what it should be. Not trying to be rude. I'm just asking, just saying broadcast that. You talk about the private side and the private. Okay, absolutely. Absolutely. So, how could you handle a criminal case that is 30 plus years old, fraud on the court, by way of perjury? The biggest issue you're going to have with that is actually getting evidence of the fraud, which would be generally like transcripts. If you can get your hands on transcripts, and then, hell, 30 years ago, there's not a whole lot of video that's available, but you would have to find two things that are contradictory. Generally, you may be able to find that in transcripts and also police reports. But then here's my question, B. Harris. What would be the end goal for actually going into that? What is it that you're looking for? And the reason I ask that, because it may be something else that you can do to get to where you're trying to get to, that doesn't require you pretty much doing any of that digging or anything like that. Okay, when you say relief, what type of relief are you looking for? Are you looking for monetary relief? Are you looking for, like, what are you looking to change from going into it? Yeah, Blacklist. If you're looking just to clear your name, to be honest with you, an expungement will probably be easiest. But that'll also depend on who you're going to, but that's a money issue. To go backwards on perjury, that doesn't clear your name. Unless you're just trying to say, to prove to somebody that you were right. That's the only thing that does. What's up, DD? And Spike, I got your message. There's also one, I'm guessing the personal information, so they're not putting it out. If you want me to put it out, I'll go ahead and hit it, but it'll stay hidden for right now. That's right. Everybody hit that like button. Hit the like button. So, I appreciate everybody. If we don't have any more questions, got about 30 minutes. The next video in the series of 100 is coming up. Be sure leave your contact info. All right, I'm gonna shoot it in the chat one more time, and here it comes. Because it's actually greatest now at Yahoo. So it's like, that's, to me, it's super easy. Greatest now at Yahoo, and eyes can't trespass. I want to get you guys kind of opinion on it, because I want to do, yes, absolutely, heirs to the land. my God. But yeah, be on the lookout for it. Okay, Spike, I'm actually getting ready to shoot you an email real quick too. So give me a second. It's just gonna have test in it. Okay. So, any questions, comments, snide remarks? Don't forget, let's keep the channel going. Let's keep the channel growing. As well as now we have an opportunity to do the exact same thing with the podcast. So download it on one of your major platforms, whether it's, I believe it's Spotify, TuneIn, Castbox, iTunes, Google Play. Like, yeah, it's a little bit of everywhere. So wherever you listen to your podcast at, don't forget, you can have an opportunity to support me there. On there, you have kind of canned donation amounts, which will be either 99 cents, $4.99, or $9.99, and it's done on the first of every month. So that's where we're at. And right now, I think I told you guys before, I was going to have a couple of appreciate you, Christopher, and thank you, B. Harris. I'm actually going to be doing something that I should have done probably about 2 months ago in regards to doing a Patreon exclusive show. I actually just found out how to do that. So that one will be for those that are following me on Patreon. And everything that you're looking for is going to be under Supreme Decision. So it's not going to be a whole lot of chasing and floating and all that good stuff. So, and if you haven't seen it, here we are. It's getting ready to be up in about 30 minutes. So number 37 of 100, we're going to keep it rolling. Don't forget, keep hitting that donation button. Absolutely. Absolutely. Case law is king. But yeah, keep hitting that donation button. We're going to keep going. All right. Love you guys. See you guys probably in a couple hours. All right. Peace. Why is it not stopping?